schooling. Is that positive? And
Absolutely.
yeah, I was out in my garden. I was telling you that I was out in my garden, and my neighbors, they go out and they walk their dogs, and they will stop at the fence and chit chat with me. Yeah, I was out in my What am I garden. Hearing? Telling you that I was out in my garden, and
It's not me.
my neighbors. That's so weird. And they will stop at the
Not
fence.
me.
Oh, it's playing on this computer. Hold on. All right. Sorry. Oh, it's playing on this computer. Oh my God. All right. Are you there?
I'm there. I'm here. I'm somewhere.
Wait. 1 second. You talk.
Oh, me talk. So Mary was telling us a story about her garden. Shout out to anyone that's still here on our little channel. We got terminated a few weeks ago. So now I want everyone to like and subscribe if you wouldn't mind. And by the way, I'm happy to give it back, guys. Please, if Mary gives you a wrench, and if I haven't liked or subscribed to anyone, it's just because I probably don't know about you. And I hope everyone's having a good week out there. It's technically we've got Labor Day weekend next weekend, so I hope everyone's doing something fun or at least getting out into nature this weekend. My kids are allegedly going back to school. We'll see how it goes. Oh, they're talking. Are you coming back?
Hold on. Sorry, Faye, I can't hear you. I know that you can hear me. So let me just you just keep on keeping on, Faye. You're doing a great job.
I have nothing. I've been up since 4:45 this morning. Great day though. I didn't get in a car accident. I'm really happy about that. I just was in Brian and Christian's chat. Love them. I always love listening to Christian and Brian. They have great conversations, and I love the chat. Like, it's a big chat, so I can't keep up with all the comments. And anyway, really just truther streams and truther chats are keeping me sane, and we can't live online. So I do, I've been doing other things as well, getting into nature. I've been trying to listen to motivational courses and stuff to get off my butt and get my life together. But in reality, it's the truthers that is just wow, I'm not crazy, and wow, everybody isn't completely drinking the Kool-Aid Mandela effect. Now it's Flavor Aid. Go ahead.
Hi, I'm back. Mary loves the shirt. Yes, I'm such a gamer. I'm not at all. It was pouring rain out. I quickly threw on my 14-year-old son's shirt to come on. Wait, does that mean we have static, or I don't know what that means. So anyway, where did you leave off, Faye?
I was just telling people I was in Brian and Christian's chat before this, and it was a big chat, and just the sanity in the chat. It's really, my soul needs it. I don't always have time for it. I've been trying to get into nature, a lot of IRL in real life. My office hours are 6 to 9. I call them my office hours because that's when I'm at work, and I've been trying to listen to motivational and educational stuff, just trying to kind of figure out what this next chapter is going to be for me, because I'm not going back to teaching exercise, because if someone comes in with a mask, I'm going to be like, get it off your face. I'm going to get fired that day. So, so thank you to everyone out there in Trutherland.
In Trutherland, I know, seriously, talk about...
Seriously.
It's a mad world. But I will say, so I was out in my garden. My neighbors kept, they come up to my fence. They're out walking their dogs, and they're like, oh, looks great. What are you growing? Wow, look at that. And they're so enthusiastic. And I was sitting there a couple days ago and, chit-chatting, and then the person left. And I had this horrible sinking feeling for people I had a deep moment of compassion for all these like just normal people who, I mean, let's be honest, they choose to keep their head in the sand, but just going about their lives. They're kind of dumb. I mean, I don't know. So it was weird because that night, my friend Wheels, Hell on Wheels, who we had on here before, he texted me and he like never texts me. And he's like, today I had a really deep moment of compassion for people. Sometimes I feel really sorry for them. I was like, you have to be kidding me. I was like, that exact same thing happened to me today. So I have been kind of going through that, I guess, of like feeling sorry for people. They don't like, we talk about what we have just been through. I mean, but let's be honest, that agenda is 2 years old, and they're already
Ongoing.
planning the next agenda for these people. These people don't even know what's coming, and it's only going to keep getting worse and worse. And they're still walking around smiling. And I don't know. I don't want to take a page out of their book because how can you be smiling? So that all ties into you being like, we're gonna start, be with positivity. It's like, all right.
You know what? Because I took my daughter to the mall. That was like, I didn't go to the grocery store. And believe me, my kids will bitch at you about me not going to the grocery store. There's no food. It's like, because I haven't been in the grocery store. Joe went today, so they're not starving. You don't need to call DSS. But I did take my daughter. I took my 14-year-old daughter to the mall. And Mary and I were talking, like, I don't go to the mall. I either buy something online. I never buy clothes. I mean, I have so many clothes that I'm giving them away or selling them at this point. I don't need as many clothes as I have. And if I do want something new, I'll go to the thrift store first, because the thrift store is going to have unique. It's going to have, not that I'm not into labels, but I'm into quality, and they don't make things like they used to. But if you go to the thrift store, you can find something unique, something with quality. But it's my 14-year-old daughter who's returning to high school after 2 years of absolute madness, being homeschooled with her mom and her brother. And she's going to be a freshman. And she's nervous, but she's also very excited. And I know she is. And I want her to feel confident. I knew just like taking her to the mall and doing what people do, you know what I mean? And Mary, I put on like my big girl pants and like I prayed about it. And because you know me, and I was like, I'm going to keep my comments to myself. I'm going to help her find clothes. Like this day is all about her. I was like, thank you, God, that I have a healthy daughter. Thank you, God, that I have a little money to spend on clothes for her. Like I really just was like, because like me going to the mall, like guys, that's me going to the mall, Mary. Like I had to like really prep myself for a few hours. And so I took her and we did have a very, very, very nice day. A lot of like fun girl talk. It was just the two of us. But this mall was absolutely
I know. I'm already laughing because I know where you're going with this, but yeah, go ahead, Faye. Put it nicely. Go ahead.
So first of all, well, the good news is that all the tags of the things I bought her, not everything's made in China anymore. So that's a history. I noticed that all the clothes are made in India, Turkey, and I think we had one Pakistan, but there was no China. But they are still very poorly made. Okay, but oh, I don't want her to hear me say that. She got nice clothes, but it is
what clothes are now. They're
it is what
flimsy
clothes are now.
paper mache.
Very flimsy. And I don't go to the mall very much. So and one thing that I noticed, the PSYOP is going strong with the morbid obesity. And every store from Victoria's Secret to Hollister to Abercrombie, and it's a woman thing. All the woman models, not all of them, but in every like group picture, there's like, I'm not talking like a big boned plus size model. I'm talking a morbidly obese woman. And they all have like these haughty expressions like, I know I'm all that, like I can't do it, but like I know I'm all that. It's like not even a model face they're making, but I also noticed that like when you go to the men's side of the store, They don't have obese men as models. This is particularly a woman thing that they're showing obese women. I've been talking for a while, and then we got hungry. Let me just finish that. We got hungry, like going to the mall. We had a really good day. We had like some like deep conversation. I love my daughter, and it was awesome. Like, because I really did make it all about her, Mary, which is sometimes like what we have to do. And now I'm venting to you guys about like what I was going through. But we went to the food court, and it's just poison. Like, we stood in the Chick-fil-A line because that was the least worst of all of it. But it's like, even it doesn't taste good. The bread was stale. Oh, I'm like, this is where am I? Our culture's pretty gross. Go ahead, Mary.
You were at the mall. So anyway, as far as like the mall, I can't honestly remember the last time I stepped into a mall, which is kind of scary. I could like try to sit here and think about it, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it's been a very, very long time. But with the clothes, I came across some documentaries that were called Fast Fashion. And basically, it's about our disposable clothing and how we cycle through clothes so quickly, and they end up in all these landfills all over the world, especially in Africa. I think
Africa.
Yeah, this one was Ghana that they had it. And like all these people that are so like fashion forward, and nothing against, I feel like you can be very fashion forward and be thrifty, or like go like retro or something. I don't know. But yeah, all these people, and they're buying all this crap clothing, and they're spending, I'd like to say they're spending good money, but we're talking about places like Forever 21 and what's that other one? I forgot the other one, but like, those types of clothing stores that it's just like the clothes fall apart. They're not designed to last. And yeah, we're completely destroying our planet, and it's okay. They want to come up against us, the people, for, being consumers. Stop putting out 5 seasons in a year. It used to only be the 3 seasons of every fashion
oh yeah
thing, it'd be the 3 seasons, but now there's 5. So anyway, just a little rant.
It is with the seasons. I went in, I stopped, I was getting my nails done today. I couldn't look at them. I am doing house projects, but I did get my nails done. Couldn't look at them anymore. And like I said, like, things can't be that bad. But I stopped in TJ Maxx, and it's like, summer's not over. We haven't been through Labor Day, but let me tell you, in TJ Maxx land, it is fall. It is, you walk in and it's just fall colors. Everything's gone that ever had any semblance of summer. And I did find some good skincare. You can find some good skincare at those things.
I have found amazing makeup palettes at TJ Maxx, because I think like, people don't go there for that. They go there for other stuff. Amazing makeup palettes.
You have to read the ingredients. If the ingredients say alcohol, like at all, then you have to like throw that out. No alcohol in your skincare. But if it says made in Korea, put that in your cart and buy it. That's
wow.
Good stuff. Yeah. And
good tips.
I got some good stuff.
It's driving me insane. What is that place that's really popular now? It's a clothing store.
Is it Primark?
No, it's not online. It's an actual like storefront.
No,
they do.
Primark was at the mall. Forever 21.
Zara?
What is it?
Zara?
There was a company.
Anyway, it doesn't make any sense. Yeah, exactly. They're all the same. And so anyway, about that. And then as far as people in obesity, I will say ever since I had my thyroid taken out, I've packed on a couple pounds. So, I mean, I feel like I'm somebody that is very sensitive to weight. And also, I've had 8 kids. I've been over 200 pounds, and I've gone down to 115, But it's like...
let me say something. Okay,
Oh, wait, I'm not done. I didn't make my point yet.
You are not. I'm talking morbidly obese. Go ahead.
Oh, well, that's what I was gonna say, and it's the normalization of unhealthy, I don't know, unhealthy lifestyle, unhealthy living. I remember listening back to when you and Joe were live, and you were saying there's not enough food that can make you that, obese. And it's true. It's like these people are being poisoned. There's an allergy there somewhere with some ingredient that has become so common and prevalent in our food that these people eat it, and just, I don't know, makes them very, very big.
I was talking to the trainer at work about this today, and like Joe's friend's downstairs and he listens to our stream and he's like, Faye, I hope you're not going to talk about obese people again because I felt like you were talking about me. I go, are you kidding me? I'm talking about you times 3.
She was talking about me, friend.
I'm talking about 3. Okay. Okay. I guess do we all have to be nice? I'm walking around the mall. First of all, I don't want the world's going to tell my kids a lot of lies. Okay. Like I've been big. Okay. The largest I think I ever got, I won't say the number, but I got pretty large after my son, who was 10 pounds. And a year after my son was born, I remember walking through the grocery store and I ran into someone. She goes, oh, you're having another one. You know that feeling when you're not pregnant? And she goes, oh, you're having another one. And then I was like in Weight Watchers the next day. I was big. I was big. But the thing is, it's not comfortable to be like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, why are we pushing something? Like, you see these women online, like, not online, but on shows, like, I love myself and I love the way I look, Lizzo, it's like, and then they're like, like, they can't breathe. It's, they want us fat, sick, and sad. I saw an interesting shirt while I was getting my nails done. And because that's the only place I watch the news. And I ended up going back to the guy with the news on because he's just so good. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, he looks at every nail and I'm like, no, you're the best. But, so the news there, and I remembered the name for the stream. I guess some football player, is getting traded or something. And his name's Denzel Mims. No, it doesn't ring a bell. Mary's like, no. So, but I thought that name was kind of cool. He's a good-looking young black guy, Denzel Mims, and I liked his name, and I was gonna remember for the stream. But what struck me was this, like, in shape, probably no more than 22-year-old guy that's getting traded, big contract. You know what his shirt said? He had a shirt on. You know how like everyone's wearing messages like you, Nintendo New York.
Yes. Yeah.
Why is this like healthy athlete? His shirt said stressed and depressed.
Oh, wow.
Right?
What a message to be sending.
Isn't that, but like, I know why. He probably is stressed and depressed, but like, dude, if he's stressed and depressed, like these kids at home must be like, wow, boy.
No, my mother has been on and on and on. First of all, I have to point out this freak in the comment section says, clothes are so cheaply made. The place I shop, all of the pants tear right off with one pull of the hand. Same with the chaps. He's talking about stripper clothes. Get out of here, weirdo. But my mother has been talking about how unhappy these young people look. These young people are dealing with a lot of like mental health struggles. And for somebody like him to go up there, somebody who gets, all the money, all the babes, all the contracts, he plays a cool sport, to be up there representing that mentality, that is such a troll on the young people. That makes me angry.
I know. That's why I mentioned it, and that's why I think I remembered his name, because I've seen it too. We've had a lot of, the hotel I work at's been very full into summer, and I've seen a lot of sad looking teens, and my heart is breaking. And like today at the nail salon, I saw 2 I think they're all beautiful. I do. I think that all like young girls are beautiful and young boys. I just love them. And
Yeah.
just like, and I saw the way this girl was like just checking herself out in the mirror, and she was gorgeous. And it doesn't matter whether like, like everyone, like it's all subjective. She was
Right.
healthy. She was healthy, and she was bright eyed, and she was getting a manicure with her older sister or her mom. But I could see the way she was scrutinizing herself in the mirror. And I don't know her, but like I wanted to hug her, and like her eyes just look sad. And then I look up and there's Denzel Mims with his stressed and depressed. You're right, Mary. It is a troll, but he's also probably stressed and depressed because he's also I mean, you know what? I'm sure that shirt's not by accident, but
it's not by accident. And you know what? Why exactly? Like if his publicist should have been like, no, we need something a little bit more. I'm sure the dude is also sponsored 4 days. Like you can't wear a Nike shirt or I don't know who sponsors football teams, but you know what I mean?
Like I just literally saw it a couple hours ago, but now that I'm saying it out loud, you're so right. That's so by design to like make it like see it's what's happening to young people is I was walking around the store and I just what's happening is and I want to get a shirt. I want to pull a Michael Scott, remember, with his mug that says best boss in the world. I want a shirt that says best mom in the world. And I want the back to say, because I homeschooled during COVID. Like, I don't understand how these kids are still talking to their parents. I don't get it. Like, you sent me to school in a fake ask, whatever, I won't do it. And like, and you do it again tomorrow, mom and dad. And we all know, like, you're liars. But
that having been said, these children have been raised very materialistically, because I do think there's exceptions to, if some of these parents didn't send their kids off to school, we wouldn't have all the fighting and stuff at the board meetings, parents, who would go in there and, flip tables or whatever. So that's one group. But then there's this other group that we've talked about before, which is the materialistic group. And, both parents are working and their children are raised in that environment. So therefore their children probably think that love is their allowance or their car or the new thing their mom or dad picked up for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, that was one thing that I do know what you mean. And unfortunately, that's a lot of people I know living in Massachusetts. That is their love. And mom and dad both hustle and they get the nice vacations and the top material things. You're right. And that's love to them. When I was walking around the mall with Lena, thankfully they could probably like be like, this is free, lady, do you want it? And I would have been like, no. So there was nothing enticing me. I didn't want anything they were selling. Everything that's in style now, Mary, is are you listening?
I'm actually, I was just reading that people in my family leave really long comments. It's something I should learn by, but yeah, I'm totally listening.
So one thing I noticed about while I was shopping with my daughter is that everything that's in style now for the kids is exactly what was in style when I was in high school.
Oh, yes.
But it's an uglier, cheaper version. And so I didn't want anything. Everything looks so cheap to me. And again, I've got a huge wardrobe. I'm giving stuff away and selling stuff because I used to be like that. I used to be a lot more materialistic. So I'm walking around praying for my daughter and I forget where I was going. I had a really good point, but I was like, I forget where I was going. What was I saying? Oh my gosh. Boom. It just like came out.
Hold on. We can recapture it. So, yeah, you were talking about at the mall with your daughter. Oh, the way all the clothes were made was crap. Were you talking still about like the sadness or
the sadness and the kids? There was something, it will come back to me. It was like a big thing. I'm sorry, like my brain is even those of us that are kind of like, it's hard. We're in a mental monkey mind trap. It's crazy.
I know. Birdie, come upstairs, Birdie. Give us your thoughts on life. I mean, that's my 16-year-old daughter. She's like, tops are all that's in style. Yeah, that's the other thing. It's like the clothes that they're selling to women. It's like women think they look sexy. Women, you're being sold nothing, a handkerchief, and you're spending a good money on it.
And the problem is, but this is the thing, crop tops. I was the half shirt queen in high school. I wasn't allowed to wear them, but when I would get to school, I would go to the bathroom and change my clothes. I was one of those girls. But let me tell you something. I had the abs to wear a crop top. Okay. But now what did I used to say when I used to teach exercise? Confidence is up, commitment is down. Like, to the people that are wearing half shirts, I mean, I guess like there's another train of thought that it's just like, well, we're going to accept all bodies now. I mean, I don't know. I think my standards are a little high teaching exercise for as long as I have. If you look like you're pregnant, why would you wear a crop top? I don't get it.
Oh, see, my daughter just totally pretended that she had something to add. So my daughter practices modesty, and she also practices, now that she's earning her own money, she wants her clothes to be full on clothes. If she can cut an old t-shirt into a crop top and it would look really cute. You know what I mean? But to go out and buy something like that, I don't get it. Maybe it's just us and we're weird, but
yeah. No, you're not weird. I bought my daughter a couple crop tops because I've lost the battle, and I let her show her stomach. I think I let her show her stomach because honestly, it's because the jeans are so high. It's like honestly just a strip, and because I'm so exhausted. And I think it's just because, you know what I just realized? It's also because my daughter is an example of the stomach that should wear a crop top. It's like, I honestly, I want my daughter to shame the people that shouldn't be wearing one.
I do understand that. And also my niece she loves like the high-waisted like mom pants, I guess. We used to call them mom pants, but now they're super fashionable and she loves a crop top. But also, Joe, you cannot recreate those holes. So those actually might be worth the $100. But we're not going to get hung up on fashion. Look at how fashionable I am in my son's t-shirt.
You're pretty retro. That's pretty fashionable. People like that.
But anyway, all right. So what else you got? What else you got for me?
I wish I remember what I was saying about the mall, but maybe it will come to me. What else do I have? I don't know. The name of the stream, Are People Forever Changed?
Oh, right.
So let's go back to your first story, because you were, excuse me, you were telling your story about your neighbors and they got you upset. And it sounds like this is what we heard. You kind of got distracted. Like, they were like, oh, did you get tomatoes? And then next thing you know, like, the humanity's done for. Like, what made you so upset about your neighbors?
I feel sorry for them. Look, okay, because of what people went along with, they just set the board for the next agenda. And what's the next agenda? We know it's going to be a collapse. We know it's there's a lot that goes into like the Great Reset, Agenda 2030. There's a lot, but I can tell you right now, when we have leaders, I don't know if they're trolling us or what, but I'm just going to throw this out there. Leaders saying, the time of abundance is over, people will be suffering and all this kind of stuff. It's like, these people are just morons. I don't want them to suffer. And also, I don't want to be near them in an emergency situation. I think they're going to turn on a dime and they're going to be useless. It's not like they're going to know how to help anybody or do anything, but it did make me feel sad because I do understand the agendas, spiritual agendas that are going on, and the physical world agendas. And these people just set the board, okay? Brand new board. They wiped off all the old pieces that were 2020. they're resetting the board, and these people helped them. And it does make me, some days I'm mad at them, and then other days I'm like, oh my God, these poor creatures, they don't know what's coming, you know?
You can ask Joe about mad. He has to talk me off a ledge most days, honestly. It's hard, Mary, when you in March 2020 are screaming from the rooftops. My big thing is I'm not having fun with you. Like, I have, again, the party's coming up on it's coming up on Labor Day weekend, and it's at someone's home who had some work done, and they want to show off their home. And I know for a fact that this home was bought because they sell medical supplies. And and we're all on the take. We talked about this today. We're all on the take. If you pay taxes, you're on the take. I'm on the take. But this is what I know. Mary, I know this about myself. If before this, I just happen to own a medical supply company, I have a level of integrity. I would have said, no, I'm not selling this to people. It says on the box, this doesn't protect against the sickness you're worried about. I'm not selling this to schools. You're not putting this on children on my dime. I'm not selling this. I would have been out of business. How do I know I would have done that? Because I'm out of business. I will not do my old job because my old job is compromised. If someone walks into my class and they want to exercise with their breathing holes covered, I'm going to flip out and I'm going to say, you're crazy. That's dangerous. And anyone that tells you otherwise is a fraud. And they're all frauds. So I don't know where I was going. It's very hard. It's very, very, very hard. Everyone's on the take, but some of us are more on the take than others.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, I mean, are people forever changed? It's like, are they going to wake up? Like, is there going to be like a repentance? I mean, we always say that you're not waiting for any apologies, even though we're all deserved them.
Well, this is what I'm waiting. I'm sorry to interrupt, but that's what I was thinking about at TJ Maxx is these kids walking around with their moms. It's like, are you going to apologize to your kids? If I go to this party, I'm going to say, so are you getting your kids psychiatric help? Like you have to admit, at least to your children, that you did something wrong, that a mistake was made. If not, like, what are you doing? It's okay. People make mistakes, but if we go forward and don't, I'm sorry. They admitted that it was botched. So I guess we just all move on now. Go ahead. Sorry.
No. I don't know. All I know, okay, so they're going to keep probably rolling out that exact same thing over and over again because now they're discussing all of that for climate change. So it's going to be, lockdowns for climate change. And I'm sure they're going to be like, oh, you got to wear your ventilation suit today for climate change. So, but I think the important thing is we have to keep our ear to the ground because things are changing rapidly. And I feel like even sometimes in like a truther community, we get so hung up on one topic that we kind of lose sight. Like, for instance, forever, I was talking about, we'll just say shady hoax.
That was disturbing.
911 type stuff.
We were.
I'm sorry?
Shady hoax is a big one. That was when my sister was waking up, and I'll never forget that she was like kind of waking up. She called me and she was like so mad about 911 and all this stuff. And she's like,
yeah.
And it was on the day of Shady Hoax, Captain Hook. And she was like, and I didn't have the TV on, but she did. And she goes, and she was like, oh, and now the news. And she goes, and what the hell is this? And I hung up the phone. I was so disturbed by that because I knew it wasn't real. But just even if it's real or not, the fact that it could be fake. I made stickers this big and I like put them all around my town. Remember that? And I would go out to eat and I would leave them on the restaurant saying that it was like, go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't interrupt me. That's what mind is this shit coming from? Who sits around and thinks about this? Go ahead.
Well, so yeah, but the thing is, so many of us were so focused on that. First of all, that whole thing, all those agendas in the past caused me to shut off my TV and not go online for about 4 years. So I was particularly blindsided by what happened in 2020. I have the luxury of not having to be in the world with everybody. We live a very insular life here. But
Mary,
a lot of people were so.
Same thing with me. After Shady Hoax, I was done, and I like literally had turned on the when I hadn't watched the news in 8 years before 2020. I didn't understand.
Wow.
I didn't understand why people were listening to them. Go ahead. Yeah.
Yes. So it's like, okay, so for people like us, we're blindsided by what was going on. But I will say other people were so distracted by the yesterday's events, like the big yesterday's events, that they didn't even see what was coming. They were like, oh, this is such crap, when because I have gone back now and watched a lot of old videos right before the axe fell in 2020 in March. And I see the people being like, oh, this is such crap. This is a hoax, all that kind of stuff. It's like, yeah, but that having been said, still look what happened. You know what I'm saying? So
that was me. My son came up to me and he reminded me of this, and he showed me, and he's like, Mom, this is with the whole thing, and this was like in early March, and I was like, oh, it's nothing. And he knew, and I was right. It is nothing, and it is stupid, and it's not real. But I didn't know the level they could take it to.
Hey RT, yeah, we know a lot. We're up against a lot of the greats tonight. It's no worries. I'll probably keep this up for 24 hours before I take it down. So if you want to, go listen to the big wigs, we'll be here later.
I love my Brian. I love my Christian. I'm just here to talk to Mary. Mary, I think that so far we've been pretty good and good, quote unquote. And you know what? If you want to leave it up, Mary, we can just do. Guys, we'll just do CWC2, CWC3, CWC4. Like, I don't care. Like, you can leave it up. Like, I don't care. Like, I think we are dancing around it because we're women and I'm weak and I'm a coward, and I am, and I don't care.
I don't think we're weak and cowards. We know about facial recognition, voice recognition, all the biometrics. We are actually putting ourselves out here. And it's not because of pride or ego, obviously. It's because we feel we have a perspective on the world. So, it's hard. It's hard raising children nowadays.
It is. Yeah. It is hard. And I don't think I won't say any names, but I was just talking to a dear friend of he listens to our show and he's friends with Joe, and he listens to us and he's friends with Joe, and like they're trying to have a baby, and God bless them. And it's like, I was like, it's a fundamental human right. That's what we were made for. We were made to fall in love with each other and have babies and to populate the earth. But it's hard, and if right now, if it doesn't happen, maybe it's not meant to be, because let me tell you something, this is a very difficult time to be a parent, and that's why we're here. And every single day I pray for my truther family, and like, even if I've never talked to you, like, and there's a couple shows I like lurk on. I don't know if you do, because I'm like, I can't join another chat.
I lurk on a lot. I feel like the only one that I comment on is Boston Ray, because I've met him in real life. So he, knows I'm kind of an airhead, not even an airhead. He knows how I am, my mannerisms, my personality. So I'm not afraid, but I'm afraid, like, for somebody who doesn't know me to read what I just said. Yeah, I could be taken anyway. So yeah, I'm definitely a lurker on a lot.
I'm a lurker too, but I'm a prayer too. Anything I listen to, unless you say something like crazy that I disagree with, almost 99% of the time, I'm going to give you like but 100% of the time I'm going to give you prayer. And that's the truth. Like, and I'm just like, God, like, just to hear people like, but then you have our little baby channel that was terminated. 2 moms.
I don't even know. Like,
urban moms talking.
I don't understand. Like, even I was talking to you about this earlier. Even I played a 16-second clip of music, and the freaking video was taken down. I don't know.
You know what? It's because you hit your star to me. I'm an underdog. I've always been an underdog. You know this.
Oh, some dude was over there promoting numerology. Yeah, people are really into that. I don't know enough about it.
I don't know enough about it either. What did he say?
Dullard actually believed he will create wealth. Oh, okay. By buying a numerology.
My big thing is what's wealth.
MLM.
So this is funny, RT, because what's wealth? Like I said to Mary, I've been using my office hours. That's when I'm at my job in the morning. I've been trying to like listen to motivational and like Faye, what are you gonna do? Like, I do have time, thank God, and it's like time for me to do something. And it's like, get motivated, and all your dreams will come true. And what do you want? And I'm like, I don't want anything. I'm like, all I want is for like wealth, get wealth, RT. Like, I'm not making fun of you, I'm making fun of him. It's like the guy's like, you want a new car, you want a new house, and I'm like, no, I just want, I honestly just want my kids to be healthy and happy and to be left alone. But that's not like on this motivational tape. This world has nothing to offer me anymore. I just want to get my kids. I want to get my kids settled. Go ahead, Mary.
Yeah, I think it's funny because literally, doesn't this sound like a numerology multi-level marketing scheme? You know, it's like, I'm going to create wealth by buying into, and then I have to get 12 people underneath me.
Right. And on a truther channel where we all know that money isn't even real. At this point, money is nothing more. And don't get me wrong, like, I'm asking for a raise this week. I'm getting a raise for my minimum wage. Like, my kid's like, Mom, you have 2 college degrees. Why do you make so little? I'm like, because I don't care. But I did ask for a raise because I deserve one. But so I get it. But really, money's fake. It's fake. It's literally numbers on a screen.
I know, but it's real to an extent. I will honestly say another thing that I was listening to was this whole death of the American dream. And like, especially the working class people are being crushed right now. And it's so funny as we're like being crushed. Then we have like, you know, this college relief thing going on that's going to forgive $10,000, which it's like, my husband's still paying off his student loans. And if he got his education now, it would be $120,000, $140,000 education. You know what I mean? And it's like, so everybody is basically screwed. So money is real to that extent. You know what I mean? Whereas now people are having to pick and choose what they're going to spend on.
Because money equals energy. It equals luge. I went to law school for 1 semester, and I decided to leave because for me, it was law school, this huge amount of debt, or family. And I chose a family.
Mm-hmm.
And I do, hi, Mary. Hi, Bray.
Hi,
Mary. I'm so clueless. I forget my mall story. And I'm like, hi, Mary.
No, you're okay. So, yeah. So,
no, but like, if we're this zombified, imagine how like the real zombies are. Like, I'm zombified. I actually support, you know how I feel. Like, someone baited me into that argument about some baby boomer came in this week and they're like, I paid my way and now they're going to forgive debt. And they didn't expect me to say it. And because they know I'm paid off with my debt. And I was like, no, absolutely. We have to delete that debt. And they're like, what? Why? And I'm like, these kids were screwed. Do you not understand that?
Oh my gosh.
You understand that when I'll give one example. So I'm talking to someone probably pushing 70, And I said, listen, do you understand that when you graduated high school, a girl or a man, most likely a girl, that wanted to teach first grade, if she was a good student, had good references, that girl could be a first grade teacher. And who the hell has a problem with that? Does anyone here have a problem with an awesome high schooler teaching your first grader? I don't. No, but our system now makes that girl get a master's degree in education. Okay? They're there to offer them loans. That's just one. That is just one example. These kids are screwed. They've been told by their guidance counselors, they've been told by their parents to get these loans. I'm taking the bait again because we know it's fake. But no, I support just deleting it all. I want the Jubilee year. I just say, like, let's go back to zero.
All I know is that my daughter, you know what, daughter, some night you come on and I'm going to school you. You're sounding very communist. Uh-oh. There she is. Get out of my room. I'm yelling at you from the background.
Baby, Joe.
Yeah, we have to wrap it up. I want to watch Raised live. I've been looking forward to
48 minutes. What are you talking about?
Yeah, so anyway, about that. Yes, and not only that, the housing market right now and how insane that is. My house,
I don't know anything about explain the housing. I don't know.
Oh, just my house is worth double than what I bought it for in 15 years. So actually, no, we did do work to my house. So let's just say it's gone up $250,000. My house has gone up what a house costs in, the rest of the country besides the coasts, Right. And it's like, so these young people who just got out of college with all their debt, who are working entry-level positions, planning on starting their family,
with this changing
home, they can't even afford it.
With this changing job market, like, we don't even know what jobs are going to be. Like if I was a kid going into college, I'd be like, I don't know what the world's going to look like in 5 years. It's not easy for kids. And that's why, like, literally my purpose in life right now is I just want to make money, bank it, and give it to my kids.
This is the thing, RT. Like, honestly, I was saying to my husband, like, we chose to have a large family. My husband does very well, thank God, on that digital screen that Faye talks about. But it's like, we've had to surrender his 401k in order to, get through. So we have no retirement. And the idea of, like, let's say my children, all of them want to go to college. How the hell am I supposed to help 8 children getting out in the world? I mean, it's impossible. And the world wasn't like this when my parents were raising us. It just wasn't.
So one thing I got on my motivational videos, and it's, you have to think of the idea, and too many people get lost in the, well, I have the idea, but how am I going to do it? And people get lost in the how. One idea I have, and this is one thing that I've seen pushed in some communities, and I love it, and it's, we're bogged down with paperwork and licensing, and it's meant to keep us down. I guess with private memberships, and I don't know, with private memberships, like, say, like, for example, Mary, say I want to teach exercise classes, like, on my property, and I don't want to deal with them, and it's just a private membership, and I don't really know how it works. My dream right now, it's one of my dreams, is to start a school. And I think that I could probably find someone to back it up. And I want to start a school where your kids will never be forced to put a muzzle on. And no, the teachers don't have advanced graduate degrees in education, but that's why we like them. Okay, you can send your kids to school at the private membership, but it's private. We own the property, we have the teachers. Like, seriously, does anyone out there have a problem with like a good high school student can teach my elementary school kids? I don't care. Like, we need to start our own things. Sorry.
Don't be, why are you keep saying sorry? What are you, from Canada? You're like, sorry,
No.
sorry.
I
Yeah.
am.
Anyway, all I know is I'm about to get in a
No,
huge
come
fight
up. You know
with
what I'm saying?
my family members. I
Go
fight.
ahead. What were you saying?
Anticipate a fight, husband. Um, yeah. So anyway, so Ray's coming on, going to be on very soon. I'm looking forward to that.
Wait, Ray. I'm
Listen,
gonna try to stay up, but if not, I'll watch it first thing in the morning. I'm gonna try.
yeah.
Late.
I should say we are paying my daughter's out of state tuition, which is a killer. Oh, out of state tuition. I
Oh,
see. Mhm.
you look too young for that. I thought Artie's kids were younger than that. Joe,
Mm.
come up.
Yeah, Ray. Oh my gosh. One of my goals, okay? You and Hell on Wheels need to get together. After I was watching your live, Ray, with you doing your civil rights audits and you yelling, I am disabled. And the Hell on Wheels is always talking about how disabled people are treated like garbage. Unbelievable. I gotta send him your link so he can at least check them out and get pissed off with us. But yeah, you are doing the right thing. There are parents out there that are doing the right thing, and they really, yeah, they want what's best for their kids, but the way the system is set up, they're completely and totally blanked. So anyway, let's wrap it up, Faye. You said we're going to end on a positive note.
It's you start. Do you have a positive note? Thanks, sweetie.
No, I'm literally going to go downstairs and yell
Okay.
at my family.
All right. Okay. Well, a positive note for me is that I have been trying to listen to motivational videos and stuff in the morning because guys, I'm kind of like I have to do something, and my kids are getting older, and I have to do something. And the motivational video is like, do you want a loving marriage? Do you want good kids? And I'm like, check, check. So I guess I have those, and I'm not bragging. So for me, the real stuff is checked. You know what I mean, Mary? Like
Yeah.
the most important stuff in my life is checked. Like I'm getting my nails done. I have enough to eat. And that's where like at night when you go to bed, I can only speak for myself, but I go to bed and it's like, why was I so miserable so much today? Like I literally have everything and a lot of things that some people don't have. And I know that these thoughts aren't coming from us. And that's actually a positive thing too, is to recognize, guys, that so many of these thoughts aren't from us. It's like coming from somewhere else, whether it's Satan or the technology or something. I don't know if that's positive, but we do have so much. And just hi baby. There he is. So we have each other at the end of the day. And I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if that's positive, but I'm struggling too. And that's another thing that keeps me positive too. I heard Zulu won the other day, and I don't know if you know Zulu, and he's amazing. And we met him at Flattoberfest. He's this huge guy, and he's just like this gentle giant teddy bear, but you want him on your side. And I got to meet him and I love him. And he just like did an hour and a half rant about he's like, I can't stand it and I hate people. And you know what? I need to write him because I literally like fell asleep and took my nap and like was like, yes, yes. Just like knowing someone was going through it. Like someone isn't like being like, I'm so happy, pretend you're happy, take your happy pill. So we're all like I usually leave any chat I'm in. Hang in there, guys. We've got like hang in there. I don't know. I just feel like I just was speaking a different language. I'm sorry.
No, why? Amen.
I said I'm sorry again. I guess I am Canadian.
Sorry. No, it's good. And yeah, you know what? The crab hasn't completely re-hit the fan yet. So we have time. Let's enjoy the little bit of peace. You're getting back to a little normality with your family finally. Yeah, please God. And no, we're being positive.
But I want you to finish. But what is nice though is that at the moment I want the kids to be normal, all the kids, but it is empowering to know that the second they pull anything, boom. It is a little empowering to have already done it. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like some parents have been like being like, well, if they do this, we're gonna pull them out. Well, if they do that, we'll pull them out. I've heard friends say it. It's like,
Right.
okay, when are you gonna do it? But I've already done it. It is empowering. Go ahead.
It is empowering.
It is empowering. Go ahead.
So let's end it on that note. Thank you. I actually am very happy with people that were able to join us. We didn't mean to. I almost said sorry. We're not sorry. Thank you for joining us. We realize we're up against a lot of the greats. So
like and subscribe, because screw YouTube.
Exactly. Don't forget to leave a like so you don't get unsubscribed at the very least. All right. Talk to you all soon. God bless. Bye, Faye.
Love you guys. Bye, Mary.
Bye.